how to build an easy mob XP farm is what we are going to be covering in this video. Make sure you go down below, hit like, hit subscribe, and make sure to leave a comment if this worked for you. Let me know how many levels you got and how effective it was for your Minecraft world. To build this farm, you're going to need 2 water buckets, 1 trapdoor, 6 torches, 15 ladders, 1 hopper, and 1 chest. And that's all you need to get this farm going. If you'd like to make this farm even more OP so you generate thousands of levels every hour, head down below in the description. There is going to be a link to a text article that's going to include just a few little tips and tricks that I'm not going to share in this video that's going to allow you to get even more XP from this farm. Either way, let's get started on how to build an easy mob XP farm. The first thing to note is you are going to need a zombie or a skeleton spawner to build this. You're going to need to have found one in the wild somewhere and just make sure it's ready to go. The first step is to place some torches on the spawner just to make sure we have no mob spawn. And the next step is to make sure there's 4 blocks either side of the spawner. So count 4 blocks out from the spawner on the floor, and that is the distance that you need to have around the spawner. Ensure that all your walls are cleared out to make sure that you've got 4 blocks on every corner of the spawner, and you should have a room coming along like this. Then just make sure to fill in any holes in the room as well. Next, you're going to need to dig 3 blocks down into the floor and then just hollow it all out until the spawner is 3 blocks high in the air. So it should be sat in the air 3 blocks high from the floor. Next, I'd recommend making an infinite water source just off to the side somewhere. Make a little hole in the wall and just place it down so you've got unlimited water, which is nice and easy. Next, place 2 water buckets in 2 random corners. Then go ahead and refill your buckets at your infinite water source. Then place the other 2 that you've just collected in the corners which you haven't filled in with water yet. What you should find then, that there should be a 1 block hole directly in the center of the farm above the spawner. When you're stood on that 1 block that has no water on it, what you're going to need is to dig down 10 blocks from there. This is going to take you down to the correct height for this farm. Next up, just make yourself a little room once you've dug down 10 blocks, just to make sure you've got enough room to walk around and farm your mobs comfortably. We're now going to make our killing area. This is where we're actually going to kill the mobs so that we can collect all of their XP. So place down a double chest in one corner of your room here, and then place a hopper directly below the hole that we have just made. And then you're going to place some blocks and some slabs just as we have done here, just so the mobs cannot hit you or cannot attack you when they fall down this hole. You can probably see how this farm is coming together now. If you haven't already, make sure to go down below, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and let us know how you get on with this. The next step is to dig back up to the top. Recommend placing just a trapdoor down here so you can get up nice and easily and the water doesn't flow down. Then you're going to need to remove all of the torches which are currently around your spawner. So head back up through the trapdoor, remove all of the torches, and place a slab on the top of the spawner. This will prevent mobs spawning on top of the spawner, as that can happen and it can affect your XP and spawn rates. Finally, head back down to the bottom where you've just built your little room and sit there AFK for 5, 10, 15 minutes maybe, and maybe even have an account just sat there if you're on a server just AFKing, and then go down, start hitting your mobs and getting all of your XP.